Okay, good morning, everyone. I know Dr. Powell has his own installing the VM machine video up, but I don't think some of you have watched it, or perhaps you're having some trouble. I wanted to walk you through and show you exactly how to install the virtual machine. I've got a fairly new iMac 4K. It should be pretty fast. It's hooked up to the Ethernet, and we'll take a look and see how we do this. So I'm at the CS101 homepage. I'm going to go to Help and the Mac support. I've already logged in, so it takes me directly there. I'm going to hit Start here. You can see the system requirements. Read through those. If you don't know what your system is like, go up under the Apple and hit About This Mac, and it'll tell you not only what version of the system you're running, but how old your Mac is. So mine is getting to the age where it's perhaps going to need some upgrades to get there. So I'm going to go ahead to go to the Install Virtual Machine page. I'm going to scroll down. I'm going to open Spotlight here in a second and launch the terminal. I hit Command Space to do that, and then you can see here where I had messed up. I'm going to clear that. Whoops. I won't clear that screen up. I will, however, copy the full command, which is what I didn't do when I started this before. And I'm going to paste it in. I hit Command V to do that. And am I ready to begin the installation? Yes. Do you want to automatically download needed files? Yes. And it's going to go ahead and download. I'm going to pause this while it downloads, and we'll come back in just a minute when it's finished. Okay, it is verifying the machine hard disk file. It took me about 5 minutes on a good Ethernet connection to download it. I really want to recommend that if you're trying to download this on Wi-Fi, you shouldn't. You should do the best you can to get some kind of adapter, connect it up to Ethernet, and download it. It's going to be a much, much more stable connection, and it's going to go significantly faster. I was trying to think, as an example, I have a pretty good network at home. I pay for 400 down, and even on Wi-Fi, I don't get nearly that. But if I plug in, I do a much better job. So I have to put my administrator password in. This is the password for the computer. Let's see. You need to make sure the window is selected. Then it begins to take care of things automatically. It's mounting the files for VirtualBox installation right now. Let's see. If prompted, click the Open Security Preferences button, and this is the part where some of you have had the issue with the kernel. So I'm going to go ahead and hit Return and watch. Let's see. So here it wants access to files on a removable volume. Yes, you want to allow that. It's probably going to ask several other questions. This is going to happen primarily in Catalina, and you do want to allow this. Excuse me. Okay, this is the part where you do need to open the security preferences. And I'm looking to see where, okay. In my case, I have to unlock the lock, put my password in, and then hit allow. That is where the problem with the kernel extensions can happen if you don't allow that. Let's see. To launch the CS101 Mac VM, open VirtualBox. Its icon has been pinned to your Mac's dock. Select the CS101 Mac VM virtual machine and click the Start button to open it. It tells you what the password is, and he gives you detailed instructions. So I'm going to hit Return. You do want to shut the virtual machine down properly each time, so I'm going to hit Return. And it tells you how to activate it. You may want to take a screenshot of what he's got up here. I'll show you how to do that as well if the time allows. Okay, I'm going to close the terminal window. I'm going to close my security preferences. I'm bringing the dock over here. You can see I got lots of things in my dock. I'm going to click on VirtualBox. Okay, VirtualBox opened another window. I'll bring it over here. Let me close this. All right, so the Mac VM is right here. I'm going to double click. Okay, you do want to open the system preferences here. I'll bring it over here. I'm going to bring the Mac VM over there as well. Let's see. It wanted keystrokes. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and give it my password again. And I will let it do what it wants. You can say later because typically it works anyway. Let's see. Yeah, I think it's going to load now. It looks like it's taking its sweet time. Now let's look at a few things while it's doing that. I've only given it 4 gig of RAM. Let me take a look at how much RAM I have. I think I have 20 gig. I have 24 gig, so I could easily afford to give it 8 gig, and my main machine would still have 8 left over, or excuse me, 16 still left over. I'm not worried about the video memory or the adapter because those wind up being shared. I think we're okay. I might look at the processors later on, but I can close this up. Okay, so I'm going to close these two little things here. Nice. Okay, so we got it running. And I'm going to, okay, I think it was A, B, C, D, 1, 2, 3, 4. It opened up pretty fast. And then Dr. Powell wanted us to activate. So I'm going to go, I'm on another screen. I'm going to go back and I am going to activate Office 365. I'm going to shrink this down a little bit on my other screen so I can bring it back over here. I don't know if over the mic you can hear my Mac fan running, but it is taking up some processor oomph. So what he wants you to do is go ahead and activate. We're going to do that by opening Excel. And you need to sign in. And here's where you do something that's a little bit strange to you. When you go to activate Office, instead of typing at mail or at mix.wvu.edu, you want to type at mail.wvu.edu. That's the domain that Office understands that WVU owns. And so even though you might not have an at mail account, we want you to use that, and it'll work. So then you get the 2-factor. Now in my case, I've activated so many copies of Office, it may bark at me, but we'll see. And I'm going to allow the organization to manage my device. There's some things that go along with that. If you have questions, you can ask me, but I typically think it's a good idea. And it's going to register it. And I'm all set. I hit done and I'm good. And that's all there is to it. Yeah, you see I've already reached my install limit. So I will go ahead and cancel here because I'm not going to worry too much about that. And you're in great shape to go ahead and work. I'll close Excel out here. And that's about it. Let me know if you have any problems.